The following Keeb the Joking Gamer video may include adult language, partial nudity, and adult situations. Parental discretion is advised.
What could it be? Beauty boy gaming community! Yay! Hey guys, what's up? It's Keeb the Joking Gamer, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginnings review. Anyway guys, I give Blood Guts yours strictly a 10 out of 10. The level of violence in this film, definitely a 10. Story and plot line, definitely gets a 10. Suspense, 9.5 out of 10. It's, you know, not just there. It's there, but it's not there. It's not like, there's not those quick jump, basically scary moments. This is probably my least favorite, well, probably to me, it's probably one of the least scariest slasher films that I've watched. There are some, you know, good quick jump scares here and there. Some really damn gory scenes, especially when the older guy's getting both his legs amputated. That was kind of a little bit graphic, a little bit creepy to me. And CGI and everything is well done. It has a great overall musical score. Anyway, here's some cool stuff to summarize the plot, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Oh yeah, this gets the Keeb the Joking Gamer seal of approval.
Hey guys, this is not much cool stuff helping Keeb out here with a little doohickey of a movie called Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. It came as a surprise. This is a movie I actually liked. It came as a surprise that there was actually a prequel being made for the reboot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was actually part of Michael Bay's Platinum Dunes film production company, which, if you don't know Platinum Dunes, it was basically his horror movie studio, slightly indie but not really, but more focusing on making horror movies, sadly a lot of them being remakes to an extent, on smaller budgets. I think the most money he spent on one film was $20 million, and the whole crux of Platinum Dunes was to have less money available to open up artistic opportunities, so to speak. He is well known for throwing hundreds of millions of dollars at a movie to get it made and get it done. But what happens if you limit a director with having less money? So Platinum Dunes actually started out very admirable. This movie was actually directed by Jonathan Liebman. If I said his name wrong, I apologize. But he's also well known for directing Wrath of the Titans and Battle of Los Angeles. And sadly, he's directing the new Turtles reboot movie. Yeah. You can't win them all now, can you? Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot from Platinum Dunes was actually a little bit more of a retelling of the Hewitt family, and gave a little bit more backstory to everybody. And Beginnings was actually originally named Origins, which goes into how the Hewitt family became the cannibalistic killers and how Leatherface became into prominence. The movie starts with a baby being born in a slaughterhouse, and the mother dies while giving birth to the baby, and then the owner of the slaughterhouse actually throws the baby in the dumpster because he doesn't want that, because he's a sick fuck. And it was around the 1920s, 1930s when this happened. So it doesn't make it right, but it was like, what the fuck? Well, one of the Hewitt family members finds the baby in the dumpster and raises it to become Leatherface. The Hewitt family is not very rich and actually quite very poor, with Leatherface being one of the only people in the house making money at the slaughterhouse that he was born in and his mother was killed in. Flash forward a bunch of years later, and the slaughterhouse gets shut down because it is just an abysmal place to work and safety hazards are abound. Leatherface continues to work because it is the only thing he knows what to do. And after being made fun of by this very same boss who killed his mother, Leatherface becomes Leatherface. You see the transition from dull, half-witted boy to very crazed, psychopathic killer, and he actually kills the owner of the slaughterhouse. So it's a weird way of getting revenge from basically having to become what he's become through this man. This movie also has R. Lee Ermey. He is a goddamn American institution. He is probably one of the very few actors that I can listen to reading a phone book, and that is the biggest compliment that you can give an actor. If he can make reading a phone book entertaining, then he's done his job, and R. Lee Ermey does it perfectly. He's got this sadistic side to him that's held back. He's just a man trying to do his best in life, and when it turns out that the cops, the sheriff is onto his son and about to arrest him for the murders at the slaughterhouse, R. Lee Ermey's character, who is a farmer at this point, turns into the sadistic cop that you see in Texas Chainsaw Massacre Reboot by killing the police officer and taking his basically clothes and his cop car. He inherits being a police officer because it will give him carte blanche to basically feed the family through cannibalism. This movie does a very good job of explaining how this happened to the family. They didn't just one day wake up and be cannibals. They had to have a lot of misfortunes happen to them to become cannibalistic in nature. But the movie does have some sour points with it. To me, anyway. It's very cliche. It's literally the same Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie for the most part that you've seen before. A group of kids in a wrong place at the wrong time get made in the mincemeat by something that should be chopping down big-ass trees. But I will give credit to the special effects and the gore. I am slightly a bit of a gore hound. It's very hard for me to get scared at movies anymore. The last real movie that disturbed me was House of a Thousand Corpses, and that was only because I guess I was in the perfect mind frame when I saw that movie in the movie theaters. But the special effects and the kills are so brutal, so visceral, so chunky, and if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about when I say chunky. That it's actually a delight. I actually not get off, but enjoy seeing the kills and the gore on a level of, man, that's awesome, I wonder how they did that, or that just looks brutally good. And there's very little, from what I can tell, CGI in this movie, which CGI has its place in special effects to enhance, but when the entire effect is CGI, that's where you lose. Literally, there's a few kills that stand out, like the biker and the boyfriend tied up, and the boyfriend tied up, restrained on that bench as his girlfriend or friend, I forgot what she was, it didn't matter, I don't pay attention to the characters in these movies, the victims in these movies, but as she gets to see him get chainsawed through, that was brutal. As I said previously, it's very hard for me to get scared during horror movies in general, and this ending, I will tell you flat out, almost made me shit my pants. It was awesome, and I'm not going to spoil it. Maybe Keeb will, but I'm not going to spoil it. But it was really like jump out of my seat moment of like, holy shit, did that just happen? And I honestly feel that this movie is a lot better than it's given credit for. Only on the fact of the special effects, and some of the jump scares are good. But the story is definitely lacking in certain parts, but I have to give them credit for establishing the origins of the Hewitt family. Thank you, Keeb, for letting me come on your show and help you review Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. I hope to do this again very, very soon. This is Dahmer's Cool Stuff, and as always, do good movie watching.